So next, we will move on to our public defender presentation. Ray Buenaventura, Chief Public Defender, will be giving the presentation.
Mr. Chair, good afternoon, members of the board. Thank you for having me here this afternoon. I'm looking forward to doing a brief presentation and perhaps answering any questions that you all may have. Congratulations to Supervisor Rasmussen, also Supervisor Owen. It's nice to meet you both. I think I've actually met you at an event in Middletown last year, and Supervisor Rasmussen, I thank you for inviting me to your office at the police department when I first came on board. This past year, we have started to staff our public defender's office. We have currently we have 9 public defenders, 2 investigators, and we have 2 admin staff, including a volunteer paralegal who has graciously agreed to work with us and has produced some tremendous results. I'm proud to see also we have diversity in our workforce. We have a very diverse group of lawyers who are working the cases every day and fighting the good fight. We're winning trials, we're winning motions, we're getting cases dismissed, and we're getting fair sentences. We've now established a new office. We have a new office location at 55 First Street after about a year of looking. We've looked at about 5 different locations, and we finally settled on what we think is the best office for the office. The expungement program that we have implemented has turned out to be a very popular program in the community. You might have heard some of the radio broadcasts that we've had to advertise it. We get at least 2 calls a day for people wanting a second chance. And I'm proud to say that we've been successful. I don't think we've actually had a denial of our expungements. In fact, I remember one case where we had a lady who had 9 cases. All of them were granted because they were so old and she has been a productive member of society. We have handled about 2,000 cases already, and that's roughly spread around about 8 lawyers. That's not sustainable. We are going to need more lawyers, and the plan is to get more lawyers. We get about 150 calls a day, and we only have 2 admin staff. That's not sustainable. And we're going to be, because we're growing, and the need is there, and we're going to be adding, the plan is hopefully to add more admin staff. Just a little on the expungement process. That alone is taking up to be using a lot of our resources. But I can tell you it is worth it. If you could see the clients that show up in court asking for an expungement, the way that they present themselves, the way they take it seriously, and when it's granted, the joy and the feeling of just remarkable happiness when that happens has been incredible. We look forward to becoming fully staffed. We need more lawyers because we have more responsibility that's coming up, including juvenile work, conservatorships, and also tenant evictions, which is something we are looking to do. We also need more investigators as mandated by the 6th Amendment report, because more lawyers, more clients means more work. And we are also looking to add a social worker or 2, according to what the 6th Amendment report recommends. In sum, we look forward to doing more trials, more motions, more victories, and more justice for our community. Our house is not yet fully operational. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. We are looking to do more things in the future, including restorative justice programs and more help outside of the criminal justice arena, like tenant evictions. We plan on doing town halls, know your rights forums, immigration and immigration advice. So that's in a nutshell what I presented. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Supervisor Owen.
Now, your office is located right over here by the park, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then I believe you were supposed to come up with a mitigation policy pertaining to the proximity of predators and the children. Is that been done?
It's in the works, and I can tell you that just the basic framework is that we are going to screen for who is a 290 registrant. They're going to be then interviewed here at the courthouse. We're going to make a reservation at one of several conferences rooms that are available, and that's where the interviews are going to be conducted.
Okay, and that's high risk. I don't know my numbers, but what about others? I mean, those requesting, I just want to protect the kids.
Sure. Yeah, if it is a 290 registrant, if it is something that we believe is something that's necessary, because we want to be good neighbors, and we recognize the issues that were brought up, and so we are working on a plan that will include those very issues that were brought up.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know who's first.
Supervisor Sabatier.
Go ahead, Supervisor Sabatier.
Oh, that's an old pen.
All right, Vice Chair Rasmussen.
Thank you for everything you do.
You're welcome, sir.
Because I wasn't here when the office was established, what is the current authorized staffing for public defenders, investigators, and admin staff?
Right now,
I see the numbers here, but just wondering
yeah, so
what the
right-
authorized is.
it's 10 lawyers and 2 investigators right now, and then we just have the 2 admin staff. That's what's been authorized. And just bringing it back to the Sixth Amendment report, their recommendation was 14 lawyers, 4 investigators, and 4 admin staff. That's essentially the Bible with what guides me, and that's what I'm going to be recommending.
Okay, so you would be coming back to us.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right. We'll open it up to the public. Is there anyone that would like to comment on this presentation? Zoom? None on Zoom, so I'll close public input, bring it back to the board. Supervisor Sabatier?
I would hope that your expungement program does decrease as the time goes by, since those types of programs did not exist, at least in that amount in the past. I appreciate you doing so, because I agree with your statement. Second chances are important. Third chances are important as well, depending on what the crime is that you've committed, obviously, or else you would still be in jail. But I appreciate your approach to it, and I know that that's kind of a promise you made to us, that was your perspective, a holistic approach to it, and you've stood by that, so I appreciate that.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
I have one more.
Yes, ma'am.
Following up with my original question, currently, you're not taking your offenders to your office location right now? They're meeting here?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Ray, thank you very much. Appreciate also the potential restorative justice,
Yes.
plight for that. So excited to see that coming soon.
Absolutely.
So, thanks again, and we will move on to our next
All right. Thank
presentation.
you,
Thank you.
everybody.